Hello, peace seekers. This is Soneakqua White popping in to give you a piece of my mind that will hopefully give you some peace of mind. So, today I want to talk to you about one way that you can care for yourself and make sure that you have what you need and can do what you need without feeling shame, guilt, or without lying to anyone. And the way that I'm going to present it to you has more to do with money, but you can use it in any form or fashion or any area of your life that you see fit where you might need something like this. And the reason why I am talking about it in terms of money is because in my practice right now, I have a few clients who are struggling in this area with this particular thing. And it is the fact that you have money, which may or may not be free money or money that you don't have to spend at this time. Whatever the case may be, you currently have the money either in your pocket, in your bank, somewhere where you have access to. And you have people in your life who know that, meaning they know that you pretty much have money most of the time, no matter how much it is or little it is, you have some. And so they live their lives thinking that you are a resource or maybe the source for them. So they spend their money however they need to spend it. Maybe they don't have a lot, maybe they do and they just blow it. Whatever they do is really none of your business, but they make it your business because they come to ask you for yours. And you might be the kind of person that feels like because you have it, you have access to it, when they ask, that you should give it to them. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't ever give it to them. I am talking to the people out there who typically give and then you go without because you gave it to someone else who probably could have done without as well, but because of the relationship, possibly manipulation, whatever is going on between you and that person or those people, those groups of people. And this is typically going to be family and friends. This is normally not someone random that is requesting this. These are people who almost count your pockets. And when I say count your pockets, I mean they know when your payday is, because somehow they figured that out, whether you told them and they just kept up with it, I don't know. But they know when your payday is, or they just know that you typically have money. Some of you out there have given access to your bank account to friends and family so that they can actually see what you have in your account. Now, they may not be able to take it or access it in that way, but they actually know that you have money in your account. For those of you who have done that, chalk that up as a mistake and make sure that if and when you can, you delete that privilege or remove that privilege from any family or friend who is not your spouse or not a child or a person that really needs access to your banking information. Delete and remove that access, okay? But these are people who pretty much know you have some money and they don't care how much it is. They just know you have some and they know they want it or need it. So one thing I want you to consider is that your wording has to change, because you have to believe what you're saying so that you can do this without feeling guilty, without feeling shame. Now, on their end, you're denying them access to something that they've had access to, so it's going to upset them. You're going to hear things that will probably upset you. You're going to be mean. You're going to be stingy. You're going to be tight. You're going to be whatever name that the people you hang with say. You're going to be those things, whether to your face or behind your back or both. But listen, I want you to get some language that you feel comfortable with. For me, it's I'm not broke, I just don't have it for you. Or not going to be able to help you this time, cuz, or sis, or whoever it is. I'm not saying I don't have money. I'm not saying I couldn't. I'm just not this time. Because what you want to get out of the habit of is letting other people dictate your money, what you do with your finances. And again, this doesn't have to only, go to money. It could go to anything in your life. If it's your time, if it's other kind of things that you consider treasure, whatever it is in your life that you are giving to the point where you're depleted and you're having a hard time replenishing yourself because you're always giving whatever this is to other people, this is for you. I want you to find some language that you can say that is honest and true. But this is where you're going to start saying no to other people so that you can say yes to yourself. So the language that I will use is something like, I'm not broke. I just don't have it for you. Yes, I have money, but I don't have it for you. Not going to be able to help out with that situation this time. And that's just for me, and that is my final word. I don't have to answer to anyone about what I do with my money. And I don't respond to manipulation. I don't respond to, oh, I thought you were supposed to be a Christian. Oh, you got it. You just don't want to give it to me. I don't respond to any of that. I just say what I say, and that's it. I don't owe anyone an explanation about what I do with the money that I make. Okay. And so I want you to get something like that into your mindset, that you don't owe people an explanation about why you do something or don't do it for them. Okay. Now, this is not telling you to be selfish and never give. That is not it. We are generous people, but we're not stupid. And that is what people really want you to be. When they start to use manipulation, they feel like they know what they're doing most of the time, that they are trying to make you feel bad or trying to make you feel like they are in dire need. And sometimes maybe they are. And if you have a person who is actually in a dire need and you can help by all means. But what I'm talking about is people who consider you their resource or their source, and you are the first line of defense. They spend all of their money, or they realize they don't have enough, or whatever it is that they need, and they immediately come to you. They don't have any other plan but to come to you. Or maybe you're the second person on the list. If they've gone to their first person, you're their second. They don't try anything else but the same repeated cycle. And this is something that happens very regularly. It may not be weekly, may not even be monthly, but you can guarantee within the next 60 days, this same person is going to come to you for money. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. You have to get your language together to decide what you're gonna say and let that be your final word. You may feel bad the first few times you do this. You may feel guilty the first few times you do this, but trust and believe that it is okay for you to do things for yourself and to save things for yourself without having to feel guilt or shame because you didn't do it for someone else. Think about where you are in your life. If you have money to give, then give. But if you don't, I want you to get out of the habit of giving what you really don't have or you really cannot afford in this moment to give away. Because when you lend people money that you know come back over and over again, understand that they really don't have the money to repay you. So even though they're using the word borrow, they're really asking you to give it. And if you give someone something that you really need back, then you really don't have it to give. If you need it back, if you need the money that you're giving because you haven't yet bought gas or groceries or whatever you needed to do, plan for your vacation or whatever, if you give that money to someone and you really need it back, that actually means you don't have it to give. You give money that you don't have to use for something else. Okay? So get that into your mindset that you can stop breaking yourself for other people and allow them to figure things out for themselves. Stop putting yourself out there so deeply that you're getting stressed, you're getting hurt, you're being manipulated over something that doesn't really need to happen. This is going to be a process. So don't feel like if you don't get it right the first time, you failed. You haven't. Get this in your mindset that you can say, you can turn someone down. You can say no to someone and not feel bad about it so that you can have something for yourself. Okay? I hope this is good for somebody. If it is, give this video a thumbs up. If you'd like to comment, I'd love to hear from you. I'll be back soon with more, but until then, be proactive about your mental health, be well, and God bless.